welcome, welcome. We'll take a second and let people join. I am cold. It is snowing here. So let's sew because I don't want to go anywhere. And this is what we're doing. All right, awesome. Oh, I need to put my phone on Do Not Disturb. Beautiful. All right. Hey, Sarah, Evelyn, Katie. Hi, guys. I hope you guys are all having a fabulous Friday. It is like 30 degrees outside. My house is freezing. My basement's cold. It's April, and I'm over this. So here we are. I had to go run some errands this morning, and when I came home, I immediately put on sweats and slippers and decided I don't need to go anywhere else today, right? So here I am. Yay, same in Montana. Ugh, gross. I feel like snow in April and May is harder for me than it is January or February because I'm so over it and I'm so ready for summer. So when it hits, you're just like, are you kidding me again? It's fine. It'll melt. It'll be done. And we'll be on to spring and summer. This is just life in Colorado as it is in Montana, right, Katie? All right. I forgot to see if I have any. I need to wind a bobbin, it looks like. Okay. So let me wind this bobbin and we can dig into this. Jenna, you're in Texas and it's 91 degrees. I haven't been in 90-degree weather and I don't even know how long. That's crazy to me. I was wondering if you were just being hip like the kids with the beanie. Oh, I'm actually cold. Hopefully I'll warm up as I sew and I'll take the beanie off. But my basement is always like 5 to 10 degrees colder than the rest of my house. So it's fine. It's fine, guys. 75 in West North Carolina. Fabulous. I gave my dogs some big old bones to chew because they don't want to go outside either. So they're keeping busy with those. All right. Got a nice new bobbin. I'll be cruising soon enough. You're right, Leslie. Next, a week from tomorrow, you guys. Hallelujah. I'm ready for vacation. I'm definitely going to need a spray tan because I am so very white. Oh gosh, I should be cleaning too. My house is a mess, but instead I'm down here sewing. Hi, Annette. That's okay. All right. I am using caramel thread, one of my favorite colors. And we are going to make the Jasper Sling by Unikatz. And it is an adorable pattern. I am altering it just the slightest. So I'll tell you what my alterations are going to be. And it should be a fun, fairly easy sew. It went pretty fast the first time. So here's my one I sewed up yesterday. And you guys, this pocket right here, this is big enough for my big mama iPhone. I can fit my big Max iPhone in this front pocket perfectly. So I love that so much. And then it's just a little baby bag, right? It's just a baby bag. So it's adorable. I'm going to do a couple of changes to it though. I felt like, do you see how my sides don't look that great here, my corners? My gusset was a little too big. When it's a little too big, your corners don't really come out very well. So I took an inch off my gusset. Hopefully that's not too much, but I took 1 inch off of my gusset piece, which means this is going to fit a little differently. It'll be good. I think that'll fix these corners and they'll fit a little bit better. And then I added 1 inch to the width down here. I'm going to make it just a little bit thicker. So took 1 inch off of this bottom gusset, added 1 inch to the width, and then I'm going to put just a little tiny inside zipper pocket. It is a bound bag. It is an easy bound bag. It was not hard at all. So it's not a difficult bound bag. And like, look at this front zipper. I don't know if you can see, but it lays really nicely. Like this front pocket is very nicely constructed. I do love it. It's a great little bag. Easy cutout. It was quick. Not a lot of interfacing. Really, I wouldn't think you could, if you used this faux real vinyl from Tulip Bee, probably could go without interfacing at all. I did interface, but you probably could go without interfacing. And yeah, let's make this bag. I think you guys are going to love it. All right. Let's see here. I have all my pieces. So today I am using, this is the Luxe webbing from my website. I'm getting 6 whole boxes of new colors of this webbing, and some are replacement ones, but some are new. So I'm getting more of this webbing in soon. So I'm just using black. And then for my outside, I'm using Saddle. This is Saddle faux real vinyl from Tulip Bee. I like it. Oh, this isn't, look, I didn't interface it well enough. Let me turn on my iron. I'm gonna have to iron that a little bit better. Okay, and then my inside materials are gonna be, oh my gosh, my favorites. I have been dying to use this one. I think it's sold out right now, but it's so freaking cute. So that's gonna be my inside material. All right, are we ready? We're ready. I'm gonna move the camera in and down. I have another camera set up. So this is camera 1, camera 2. I don't know. I just thought it would be fun to have 2 options to choose from. So there's that. So let's move in this camera while it's on camera 2 so you're not shaking everywhere. There? Yeah, that's good. Bag Oracle. I'm pretty sure at this point my main hobby is pattern collector and secondary bag maker. That's funny. All right, let me just iron this a little bit better on here. I didn't do a very good job. I used a scrap of this like, it's a fleece, but when it's on your piece, it feels like Decaville. I don't know where I got it. I thought I would try it on this back panel. If I can get it to stick. A little bit better. A little bit more. I should have just used Decaville, I suppose. It's fine. Better. There we go. You're sweating just looking at me. Well, I am cold, guys. I'll probably take off the hat. I'll take off the hat and put up my hair because where'd my hair tie go? I had a hair tie. Oh, it's over there. Just a second. right, let's dig in. Hi, Orla. I miss you too. Come visit me. Come visit me. I have a warm cat on my lap. Oh, isn't that nice? All right, here we go, guys. We are going to start out making that front pocket of our bag. So I want my zipper tabs. I need a zipper. Did I get my hardware all cleaned up? I sure did. Well, Jessica did most of it. I will admit to that. She cleaned up most of it. I came in at the end and helped. Because not only did the containers fall, half of them dumped out because they did not have full lids on them. So that was fun. But we're all good now. Orders are caught up and we are rocking and rolling again. All right, there we go. All right, I need my zipper. I need my zipper tabs. We're going to sew those on first, and then we need our front and back panels. I've only made this once. So, pattern piece B, not D. Pattern piece B. Beautiful. Okay. So it's important when you're making this, with the way the pockets are shaped, I would definitely recommend labeling the top of your pieces so you don't get confused. This pattern piece B, it needs to be cut mirroring each other. Okay. So I've got that going on. All right, so I am going to do little markings and taping first on this lining piece. So at both corners, we're gonna mark out a 1-inch box. All right. And her doing this part we're reducing the bulk in these corners. So this is a bulk reducing step for this pattern. Isn't that saddle pretty, Natalie? I've been dying to make a bag with it, so we're gonna do it. All right, and then we want to place some tape along this piece and this piece. I just cut an Annabelle out of saddle. Yay, Katie. It's going to be gorgeous. It's such a pretty color. Okay. So what you're going to do is you're going to take the tape off of these corners and fold it in. So you're going to take this edge and fold it to this edge. You're making the square into a triangle. Just like that. And it's just reducing your bulk. I think she does this. I'm pretty sure I recall doing this on the Bartleby as well. On that top piece. So this is something she does in her patterns. How about that? All right. So after you have that, I'm going to get my zipper tape. And you have any tips for bulk reducing me? Carol, you and me both. I wish I did. I was thinking I just had the biggest iced chocolate mocha and I'm sure it had so much sugar in it. And man, I enjoyed every sip. So I'm like, well, it is what it is at this point, right? Okay, and then this side here. Hi, Leslie. All right, and then you just want to fold them out and top stitch. Oh gosh, what was that? Something fell in my room. No idea. I just got things falling all over the place, guys. I don't know what to tell you. All right, so she gives you the measurement of how long it should be after the tabs are on there. So make sure that this is the correct length. Mine's a little too long. I am going to trim just a tiny bit off of both sides here. I had about an 1/8 of an inch too long. There we go. Good, good. All right, so you want to take your front piece, make sure you know where your top is. And we are going to tape along here. And the tape really does help for this. Isn't this zipper tape fun with the brown? I thought it would be pretty. I've been using so much black hardware. I know I need to use a different finish, but I just love the black so much. So there's that. All right. And then I will be changing to a zipper foot throughout this video, on and off. It does help because she writes this for a 3/8 seam allowance. So you kind of need to be able to get a little closer. My shelves are all back to normal, Cynthia. All right, make sure your zipper is going the correct way. It closes up here at the top, okay? And then you're just going to start by putting your edges on. I like to do my bottom piece here, and then I'll go to the top, and then I'll fit in this curve. Yeah, Natalie, I had thought of embroidering this front pocket too. That would be really cute. Agreed. All right, and then you kind of just want to get that zipper. Should lay pretty nicely. I almost feel like it could be a little tighter, but I think we'll be okay. All right, do you see that? I need to move this light real quick. It's causing a shadow. Let's do it right there instead. Do you think you'll ever carry a brushed brash finish? Kathleen, some of my pieces are brushed, but maybe. It's a pretty finish. That would be a lot for me to restock, but yeah, that would be a good one to do. We'll see what happens with everything, but I would totally consider doing that. I don't like the way that's laying. Just a minute. All right, so I'm going to change to a zipper foot real quick. I think the brushed brass is, it's gorgeous. I think it's a harder finish to get all of your pieces looking perfect. Like, I think it's more prone to flaws. So is Matte Rainbow, man. Matte Rainbow. I've had to remake so much Matte Rainbow hardware. But yeah, I would consider that. All right, so we are now we're going to sew this at a 1/4 inch seam allowance all the way. And I'm wondering, I might switch to this camera for while I'm sewing and you guys tell me what you think. Okay? Always trying new things. Tell me if you like this view for when I sew, or you just want me to keep it at the normal angle. Because I could go like right there. Tell me what you think. All right, here we go. So this is 1/4 inch that I'm doing here first. And then when we add the other layer, we'll do it at a 3/8, okay? And you just really want to make sure that your zipper is smooth. Hi, Bev. All right. So there's that. Looks good. So now I want to add this lining piece on top, okay? And I think she has you do more tape. Yeah. We're going to do more tape. It just helps everything stick where you want it to be. So we're going to do more tape. Actually, I don't need it all the way down there though. Yeah, we'll start right there. And then we're going to sandwich the other one on top. Unikatz. Hello. They're called, what are they called? Mevo streaming cameras. They work pretty good. All right, and now I want to sandwich. So it's important that you cut these out mirrored. Okay, so now I'm going to sandwich this one on top. And you just want to make sure it's all lined up. But do you see how it's going to cut out the bulk right there when we sew this all together? So that's going to be good. And when we do the second row of stitching on this piece, you just really want to make sure as you're going along the zipper that the zipper is laying nice and flat and that you don't have any bumps anywhere. All right, here, I'll switch back to this angle. Hi, Rose. It's so funny because I did the tutorial for the last bag, the everyday crossbody companion, and one of the angles, you couldn't see what I was sewing, and I'm so ticked. You couldn't really see me pulling the zipper. It's hard, kind of hard to get an angle that's always good when you're sewing. And I want people to be able to see every step. Okay, here we go. All taped on. Okay, now I'm going to go at that closer seam allowance all the way around. Do you ever use spray adhesive on your liner to the outer? No. I'm not quite sure what you mean by that. I don't think so. I normally only use spray adhesive when I'm quilting and attaching foam, if that makes sense. Okay, I'm reaching in and moving my zipper pull down out of the way. And just make sure that you're sewing over a flat laid out zipper and that you don't have any wrinkles. We don't want any love puckers on this one, okay? Okay, let me make sure before I do anything else that looks good. Yeah, looks good. All right, so she has you kind of trim away this material by the zipper on the curve just so it lays nicer, but you have tape in the middle of there, so you need to take that tape off, okay? So just kind of separate, and I'm just going to do my vinyl because my lining's pretty light. I'm not going to worry about my lining, but you don't want to trim your zipper tape. Don't take pinking shears to your zipper tape. You're sewing today. Yay. It's a good day to sew. All right. So I'm just taking the tape out right there. Just about right there, and I'm going to trim it down. Just my vinyl, not my zipper tape. Okay. Turn it out. See what it looks like. Oh, that's pretty. Ooh, she looks good. Look at that striped zipper tape. Oh my goodness. Love it. I should be sewing today, but I'm drinking coffee in the backyard watching someone else sew instead. That's okay, Natalie. I think that's a good choice. All right, before I go any farther, I want to put my little nameplate on here, so I'm going to do that real quick. Let's do my bigger ruler here. All right, here we go. I did it. I don't remember how far up I did it on my last one, but about right here. Should be centered. And then I know for this nameplate now, I know exactly how far apart my washers are. So I'm just going to make those markings here and here. And then I need a little double line. Beautiful. Okay, here we go. Happy Easter, happy Passover. Cutting out quilt blocks in my motorhome at the beach. Oh, Ellie, how fabulous. I'll just do the tiniest of slits for this nameplate. It's got little tiny prongs. It's got baby prongs. Okay. Yay, Evelyn. I hope you love them. I love mine. Except sometimes I can't get these prongs out. There we go. Okay. All right, here's one. Here's two. I'm just gonna cover those so they don't go anywhere. Do you have Easter eggs in the US? Yes, we do. All right, got those covered. Beautiful. I'm changing my sewing name and then ordering new tags. Yay, Orla. Do it. All right, so now we wanna top stitch this, but I also am going to baste the liner together too. But we're just basting from here and around. We're not basting starting here, because that has to lay a little differently, I think. So I'm just clipping the two layers together. I'll top stitch first and then I'll baste. This is a side opening bag. Yes, it is. Okay, here we go. Ugh, I don't like basting with the zipper foot. It's fine. It's fine. All right. This is what we got now. Oh, she's pretty. And that's the inside. Oh, that looks good. Okay, I'm excited. Next step. We want to now attach this to the top piece, which is called the frame panel. All right, so we're going to put some more tape, lots of tape for this one. Here we go. What kind of eggs do you have in the US? Just small mini eggs, like candy eggs? We have lots of candied eggs. I don't have my kids for Easter, so I'm actually just going to be chilling by myself at home with no one. It's kind of depressing, but it's fine. It's fine. I get them for the cruise next week, so it's, you know, the price I have to pay. There we go. All right, so now we're going to attach the two together. Just going like that. So I'm going to start by lining up this one first. I'm going to undo it too. Well, I don't remember. Is it easier? I don't remember. I'm going to do some clips as well. You love my positivity. Thanks, Susan. I mean, what else can I do, right? All right, and you just kind of want to fitting this zipper in here. Kind of hard to show. I'm just fitting that zipper on there. And you might get a little wrinkle or two in this zipper, which is fine as long as it's towards the edge. And you can hide that with your basting stitch. Natalie, we could have hung out. What the heck? All right. So can you guys see that? It has a couple of wrinkles, but when I sew with that basting stitch, it's going to push all those wrinkles out towards this raw edge and you won't be able to see them. All right. Thanks, guys. You're sweet. Yep, girl dinner. It's fine. I'll sleep in. I think I'm having brunch with my son and then, yeah, it'll be fine. All right, I'm trying to think which way I sewed this last time. I think I sewed it this way. So this is going to be, we're going to switch to camera 2. You might be able to see it better. Yeah. Okay, here we go. So again, this will be at that 1/4 inch seam allowance here. Here we go. And just take it slow to go around this little curve here. I know it's hard for me to show you this, sorry. I need a third camera over on this side, huh? All right, so I've sewn that on. Looks good, right? So now we need to add our lining piece to that. Oh, that's looking good, you guys. Love this front panel. It's so cute. All right, so now I want my zippered pocket inner lining. And again, I've marked the top. So that's helpful. And this is going to be laying right here on the inside of that pocket. All right, but we want to do that whole corner turn-in thing again to reduce the bulk before we do that. I need some water. All right. I know, Natalie, isn't this smart? I like it too, how she folds in these corners to reduce the bulk. I think it's great. Very awesome. Okay. Beautiful. All right, here we go. Okay. I'm going to put some tape along this curved edge. This 1/8 inch double-sided tape, your best friend, especially on patterns like this. It really helps with these zippers like this. I go through so much of this stuff when I sew bags. It's insane. Hi, Lori. Bought your pattern. Haven't made any bags yet, but yours will be my first. Oh, yay. I hope you love it. There may or may not be some tutorials on it. All right. So now this is going to fit in here. So I'm just going to carefully get that all in there. Come on. So we're going to line it up right there. I like to do a little bit there first and then a little bit here and kind of work it in. Wine for dinner, Natalie. You're funny. I need to go restock. All right. I don't want to get in the car today, guys. It's crap outside. Not doing it. I'm done being outside today. I think it's easier if I have this open. Okay, there we go. I'm like, what am I not doing right? Beautiful. This does not have to be perfect, you guys. You're more worried about ripples in your zipper than you are your lining. And again, that's going to be sewn into my seam and you won't be able to see that. All right, so now we're going to go a second time around. I think I'm going to do it the same way. I had more control going that way than I did the other way. Just fits under better too. I'm going to just put some extra clips so it doesn't move. And we're going to sew this on. Okay. I think if I move the camera right here, it's better. Let's try that. Why not? There we go. no, my tape rolled away. I'm gonna have to get down and get it. Hi, Allison. Kassiah, can you DoorDash wine? Natalie, I sure can. That was exactly what I was thinking. I'm like, I need to DoorDash. Oh, that's funny. You better believe it. That curve isn't hard. It's just hard to see as you're going. So just take your time. I'll get my zipper pull out of the way there. Don't forget to do that. Okay. Look at that. We did it. I'm making tall wallets and eating Easter candy. That sounds fabulous. Okay, you guys. Ah, that looks so good. Do you see that? Ooh, baby. Yep. Love. Wow. That's really good. Kassiah, have you tried the Zero Wine by Gratis? It's a box wine. So yummy. I have not. You guys, that might be the best curved zipper I've done. Like ever. Okay. Next up, we need to attach it. Well, okay, so what we do now is, hopefully I did this right last time. I think we pinch in this zipper tab. I know the designer's on here. She can holler at me if I'm doing this correctly. I think we pinch in the zipper tab like that, right there. Okay, and then we want to bring our lining down so it all meets. So you want to pinch in this zipper tab too, like that. Yes, okay. I'm pretty sure I'm doing this correctly. And then this pulls out to meet the sides here. And that should all fit. And then your corner is going to be off, and that's fine because we will, oh, I pulled it down too much. Just a minute. Because we will be trimming that. It's easier to match the bottom up first, I think. There we go. See how my pieces are lining up? I'll show you again up close. Okay. So your tabs are pinched like that. My clip just broke, you guys. All right, just a minute. Stay. All right, and now I'm going to baste this together. What video was it that the hardware got spilled? I missed it. It was just a video I put on Facebook. My shelving unit broke that holds all the hardware. Loudest crash I have ever heard. You'll be heading to bed soon. All right. Good night. All right, I'm just putting my regular foot back on real quick. For this, it's easier. Here we go. So now I'm going to baste this. And that is your front pocket. Isn't that cute? Again, fits a full iPhone, like a big iPhone, which is super cool. All right, next step. Well, I think we're gonna put this onto the liner. All right. I'm just going to trim this. Yes, this is Tulip Bee exterior. Where are my other pieces? Right here. Okay, so now I want to put these two pieces together. They should line up pretty well, depending on your seam allowance. So this is a bound bag, you guys. It is a bound bag. So you'll be binding it in the end. It's not a hard one at all. Trust me. Depending on how your piece lays, you may be a little off on your lining, and that's okay. All right, so I'm just gonna I'm gonna baste these two layers together. They are wrong sides together, right sides out. Thank you, Brenda. It is a bonded poly nylon called Smoothie Smooth from Tulip Bee that I am using. Okay, front, back. I just have to trim a little bit off. I had to do that on the other one too. Again, it just all depends how these front pieces lay when you put them together. And then I'm going to go ahead and mark my centers with the pattern piece. Get that out of the way. Beautiful. Next, You know, next I'm doing something that's not in the pattern. I'm going to put the tiniest of zipper pockets on the inside lining real quick because I want to. It's just going to be a tiny little pocket for like chapstick or, you know, whatever. But I just really wanted it. So we're going to do it. Bonded nylon. Yes. Thank you, Natalie. Sorry. I don't know what I said. I'm saying all sorts of crazy things. All right. So I'm going to place it just a little bit farther down. Maybe like right there. I think that's a good spot for it. All right. I'm just eyeballing placement for this. Like, I don't know, 1.5 inches down and centered. That looks pretty good. And when I say it's tiny, like my opening is like barely, it's like 3.5. Actually, I should make it bigger than that. Just a minute. I'm going to go a little bit further out. Enough for chapstick and coins. Because it is a small bag. Alrighty. I'm going to turn the iron real quick because I have found when you do iron this, it stays a little bit better. I put a Teflon sheet over it though to protect it, but it does work pretty well with the heat, especially on a zipper pocket. I could also just tape it back too, where it needs to go. That works as well. I probably could have gone just a tiny bit bigger with my zipper pocket. I probably could have. I probably could have taken it a 1/2 inch bigger on each side. It's okay. Like I said, it's just gonna be a baby pocket. Nothing wrong with that. All right, I'm just gonna press that real quick with my iron. It's right there. Beautiful. There's my baby. All right. Where's my zipper tape? Right in front of my face. All right. This rolled away on me. Got it. Yay, Brittany. That's so fun. Everybody's been getting their swaps. It's been fun to watch. Okay, here we go. I know. Natalie, isn't it cute? It's just a baby. I couldn't resist. I'm like, it needs just the tiniest of pockets on the inside. Even a tiny little slip pocket on the inside would be cute too, I think. Hi, Louise. All right. So now, look how cute that is. It'll be perfect for just tiny little things. I love stripes with some kind of pattern. That's my favorite combo. I think the stripes and this go so good together. Thank you. Sally, how are you? All right, so now I'm just going to close that up. Here we go. Hi, Dina. Yay, Sally. I'm glad you're here. All right, so I'm going to trim down. I don't want this in my seam allowance, so you want to trim down any extra tape poking out and melt it. Hi, Linda. Okay, so there's my cutesy little tiny baby pocket. I think it's a cute little addition. She's just a baby. All right. Let's continue with the rest. So we want to do our strap connectors and our webbing. Yes, here we go. This is what she has you do next. So we want to first, we have these two pieces here. We want to take them right sides together. And we're going to sew these up first. Okay. Did you say the measurements for the zip pocket? No, I didn't. My measurements were 5 by, what were they? 5 by 10, Kathleen, but I think if I were to do it again, I would do 6 by 10. I'd go just a little bit wider. And loving the nail color. Oh, thank you. All right, so you just want to sew down the two sides with these right sides together. Okay, beautiful. I do want to trim this seam allowance down. And then we want to put our webbing in. Again, this is the webbing from my website, the Luxe Weave webbing. I'm getting more in on Wednesday. Should be good. All right. So you want to slide that in between your two layers here. And stick it out about a 1/2 inch. Right there's good. Just make sure it's kind of centered and in where you want it. Somebody must be home. Barking dogs. All right, here we go. Okay, so you want to do 2 rows of stitching. Just for that extra, you know, extra strength. Oh, wow. 4:30 in Australia. That is crazy. My finger is hurting me all of a sudden. Okay. So I did not like how much extra bulk I had here last time. I'm like, I don't know how I would cut that out though. I don't know if it's possible. It's fine. All right, so you want to turn this right side out. Now your dogs are barking. Sorry about that. My daughter just walked in. Scotland. Linda, what time is it in Scotland? I know Orla's here in Ireland too, so... All right. I'm gonna just get these corners pushed out nice. Well, as nice as I can. 9:30 p.m. Ah, okay. I like to come on lives at all times, so, you know, different people can catch it from where they're at. All right. Beautiful. I'm gonna sew around that now. Top stitch. Perfect time for you? Well, good. This is only a time I go on when I don't have my kids, because usually this runs into pickup time for school. All right, there is that connector. You know what? I'm going to do a second row stitching. I'm going to do a Susan. I'm going to do a Susan stitch. Here we go. I think it'll look good with a second row. Another one from Scotland. Hi, Joanne. All right, so there is that connector. I'm gonna go ahead and just fold this bottom piece in half and clip a center piece or center mark right there. Beautiful, put that aside. And then we're gonna do our other one right here, which I did a little differently than she has in the pattern. She has you just connecting this straight in like that and then wrapping it around and sewing it to your rectangle ring. I am going to just go ahead and put my rectangle ring already on and do both layers in between like that. So just a little different than what she has you do in the pattern. All right, here we go. So you want to fold it in half so it looks like this. And we're going to sew down the slanted side. I'm going to trim that down. Beautiful. I need a drink. My mouth is so dry. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and just baste this together real quick. Again, just a little bit different than what she does. Hi from New Zealand, Australia. Morning time for all of you guys, huh? All right, so I'm going to stick this through here with it already folded around my ring. Again, just a tad bit different than she has, not a crazy change. All right, and then you want to butt it up against this folded side here. And now we're going to do 2 rows of stitching along this edge. Just like that. And now you want to turn that out. It's a little bit hard. It's a smaller piece, but just go slow. You can do it. All right. And then we're going to do a double top stitch on this as well, because I say so. Okay. Thank you, Natalie. I really do love this webbing. It might be my favorite kind that I have purchased for my website, which is why I purchased more of it. I think it's my favorite kind to do straps with. So to make this not flop around like that, I'm just going to go and sew 2 rows of stitching along there like that. Probably don't need 2 rows, but I'm just gonna do 2 rows. It's fine. All right, and there's my bottom strap connector, all done. Let's melt any of those little threads. Beautiful. We add that on later. All right, we're gonna go ahead and connect this piece to our back piece though, which is right here, which I need to do my little center clips real quick. Actually, we want to connect our lining piece first, and then we'll connect this top piece. I think a little tiny zipper pocket on the back of the back piece, exterior, would be really cute too. Just saying. All right, I'm gonna baste my 2 layers together, and then we will attach the strap. I so love that interior. Sean, isn't it pretty? I do too. So pretty. All right, and then you want to just line up your centers with this and baste this onto the top center. Okay, we have both our front and back panels all done. Time to work on our gusset. All right. How many bags do you think you've made? Oh man, I have no idea, Lori. I don't even know at this point. Hundreds. Maybe more than hundreds. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, so here's my zipper gusset pieces. Like I said, if you didn't catch the beginning of the video, I widened my gusset by 1 inch. Which means, so this piece right here, I widened 1 inch because I want it just to be a little bit bigger. So I added a 1/2 inch on each of these pieces as well. So we'll see how that lines up. And I also took off 1 inch of the gusset because my fit last time was a little bit too big, I think. So hopefully it lines up okay this time. We shall see. If it sucks, you guys will know. All right, I like to do just a line down each side, right side of my pieces. And then instead of basting, I'm just taping it and then I sew it all at once. I'll need to change back to my zipper foot though. Okay. You know, I used to hate changing out my foot, and now it's like no big deal. So there you go. My opinion has changed. It's worth it. Just change it. All right, here we go. Carol. Evening, laying in bed watching you, 9:45 p.m. in the UK. Hello, Carol. I hope you're having a good night. All right, match this up. And then I'm going to sandwich this on top. Hi, Sheila. So funny. I made the first one of this bag and I told Charlotte, I said, hey, Charlotte, I think you'll really like this style. And she saw it and she's like, yeah, it's not really my vibe. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry. So sorry. Don't mean to kill your vibe. All right, here we go. Beautiful. Okay, and then you want to turn them out and top stitch. I like to clip mine, especially with this bonded nylon material. It's a little slippery and tends to slip back in, so you want to make sure that it's pulled out when you top stitch. I love making straps and gussets. You know what, Wendy? I agree. There's something just therapeutic about doing these, right? It's always the same. You know how to do it. And they always end up looking good. Like, once you get down the construction of this, it's pretty dang easy, isn't it? Okay. Hi, Annette B. from Norway. We're catching lots of other countries tonight, aren't we? Oh, you know what? Yeah, I could do this with a zipper foot. It's fine. I don't like doing it with a zipper foot, but I can do it. Linda, I do not know if anybody carries that webbing in 1 inch. I'm not sure. There might be. I don't know though. Yeah, the hearts are sold out. She will be getting more in stock. They sold out pretty quick though. She's pretty good about getting restock. So join her Facebook group and her Instagram. So you're like the first to know, so you can get on there. That usually helps a lot. My other favorite is the chalkboard floral. That might be sold out too. That's my other favorite. I used it on my first sling. I'll show it to you. I used it on the everyday crossbody companion too. This one right here. This is another gorgeous one. And this is the Siah Pink, which is my absolute favorite. Oh, I love it so much. My closet is just becoming a tulip bee stocked closet. All right, other side, here we go. Smoothie smooth rabbit hole, right? Did Annette coordinate her faux reel to match your thread? Wendy, you know, it kind of just happened perfectly. My caramel on this saddle is like amazing. It matches so well. Bye, Jilly. Good night. I used the Calypso Blue with her Arctic Signature Smooth, and it looks great. Yeah. Right, beautiful. Zipper pull. These zipper pulls are ones from my website. I really like these ones. Okay. No double zipper pull because of the style of this bag. The zipper's on the curve and you don't need 2 pulls. I suppose you could do 2 pulls, but not really needed. All right, let's add our gusset. So like I said, my gusset is, oh, I need to make sure it's, yeah. My gusset is wider than the original pattern. I just wanted it a touch bit bigger. So I added an inch onto the width. So if you add an inch onto the bottom, you're gonna add a 1/2 inch on each side of this, okay? That's how that works. All right. So right sides together. I just did some tape instead of basting there. And then we'll line up this other side here. And we will sew that on. Oof. I'm gonna, this last time I have to change my foot. I think. Is it? Yes, it is. Let's go back to our normal foot. And I know I need a smaller screwdriver, guys. I just haven't. I haven't done it yet. I never think about it until I'm on a video. All right, so pay attention to your seam allowance. Let's sew that on. And then we want to fold them both out and top stitch. Looking good. Okay, match up the other side, make a circle. Hi, Rob. Annette, everybody wants these acrylic hearts. I'm sorry, I'm using something that's out of stock. But I love it. Love it so much. Okay, and then you want to turn it like this, and you want to top stitch. All right, and now we want to connect this bottom part here. So it's all one piece. Are those tiny scissors, Kai? Natalie, they sure are. They're my favorites. They're my favorite babies. I think they're supposed to be used for embroidery, but I use them for my machine. They are 7100s. All right, I'm just gonna baste, and then we're going to connect the whole bag together. Whoop, whoop. I thought you had giant hands. Well, Orla, my hands are big, but not that big. That's funny. Jeez. Okay, so instead of clipping the top centers and bottoms, she has you clip a certain spot on here for your top center because the zipper is like on the side of the bag. So make sure you pay attention to that measurement because the first time I did it, I didn't do that. And I was like, wait, what? So yeah, that's what we're doing. So I'm going to measure that measurement first and go centered out from that, which I think it'll still lay okay. I took off 1 inch on my gusset, on my bottom gusset, because I felt like it was too big for my first one. I think the measurement still should work out okay. So we're gonna, I guess we're gonna see. Thank you, Sarah. Yep, all of the Kai scissors that I like to use are linked on my Amazon. All right, so we're gonna go from here now, from where we marked that, and down here, and do that as our top and bottom center first. And then we'll fold it the other way. Like that. Match those up and do our other centers. I need to double check. I have caramel binding I think would look best for this. I need to see if I have any in the room here with me. All right, let me see if I have the right. Oh, that drawer is squeaky. I think I do. All righty. Get all of the things I need out here. All right, I'm just using fold over elastic. Let me get the camera angle better here. Okay. I'm going to do my front panel first. Here we go. Turn this right side out. So you want this opening or closing up at the top here. So I'm going to start with this marking, which, ooh, see, because I took off a little bit, I'm going to have to redo that. I'm going to have to move it just a little bit. Yep. Because I took 1 inch off of my gusset. And it needs to lay more. right there. I want it even up here. Up here. I can go a little bit more in. Be right there. All right, I'm gonna have to redo that real quick. Sorry. No, don't move the top. It will interfere with the connector. Well, I took a little bit off the gusset because my last one was a little baggy. And it goes a little too far over, I feel like. I need to move it down a little bit because my size is different. I'm just going to do it a tiny bit. I think we'll be okay. My connector should be fine. I think it'll be okay. I'll double check before I do it all. I'm just going to do this first. I was wondering if me taking a little bit off the gusset would change this, and I think it does just a little bit. Let me see. Here and here. No, that's perfect. That's good. Beautiful. All right. So I need to remark those other two centers real quick. Where did I mark it? Where are you? Oh, I just marked it on that side. Okay. Yeah, it should work. We should be good. All right, let's do it. Okay, so I want it this way, zipper closing up at top, and we're going to start clipping it here. I'm going to clip all my centers, and then we'll get all of those curves in. I like to use these new metal clips I got. They're kind of fabulous. I did staple the curves on my last one on the second part. It was a little bit easier. We'll see if I need to do that again. I don't think, no, it's not going to overlap. I haven't put on the connector yet. I do that the second round, and it's going to be right there where it needs to be. That's what I was looking at. We're good. This connector is, it won't interfere either, the top or the side. I took length off of the gusset, so it kind of messed with the whole measurement of this. It's looking good though. All right, it helps if this is open when you do something like this too. Looks good. Beautiful. All right, we got to work in these corners now. I'm just going to do the tiniest of clips. It doesn't need a lot. On my first one, I had a little bit too much extra on these corners. I'm hoping this solves that problem with me taking an inch off of the total of the gusset. I'm just doing the tiniest little baby clips, just baby clips. Looking good. All right, so I'm gonna do my full seam allowance around. If you wanted to baste first, you totally could. This side goes a little bit easier for me, but when I add the second side on, I will probably use some staples to make sure everything's gonna stay where I need it to. All right, looks good. I think this angle is better for this. Let's try it. My new favorite tools, these pliers and these clips, you guys. They're kind of fabulous. All right, let's do it. You can get them. Some people have been saying they find them on Amazon. I got mine from Amazing Linda, our friend Linda, and she got them from a place called Jackson Low. They're called M3 clips, I believe. That is what I have learned. So yeah, M3 clips. They're pretty strong. And I don't need them for like just everyday clipping, but for doing stuff like this, they're so fabulous. If that makes sense. I still feel like I have a little too much gusset still. I think next time I'll take off maybe a ½ inch more. For the materials I'm using at least, it probably, you know, depends on what materials you're using as well. This is all Rose's. Rose uses these pliers. Somebody else did too. This was on our last Threadhead Zoom. We did our favorite sewing tools. And somebody says they like to use these instead of hemostats. And I'm like, oh, that's a great idea. It's kind of been amazing. Kind of love it. You can use them like this, and you can use them to pull things out too. They're kind of amazing, guys. See, this is the angle that I needed on my last video. Right here, man. Now I know. You can kind of see better what I'm doing, I think. Hi, Brenda. These are a little easier on my hands too, these pliers. A little bit easier to use. Hemostats are great and they're strong, but for me, I can't clamp them down and release them fast enough. Like I really struggle with that. So see right there, it slipped. You can just take this, pull it back. Isn't that nice? I think these are pliers for jewelry making. I got them forever ago when I was making charms and jewelry and stuff. I'm sure they have a specific name, but I don't know what it is. All right, looks good. I still think I could take maybe a ½ inch off that, but that's pretty good. Okay, we're gonna do our binding. Here we go. I like to wrap it around first and kind of figure out where it needs to be before I attach it. So we're going to wrap it, and I want it to have a stretch. I'm going to cut it about there. Needle, nose pliers. That sounds right. Sure. That sounds fabulous. I don't remember which one I just cut. They're about the same length. Okay. Perfect. Aw, I have to tell you again, everywhere I go, people love my purse that you made. There are 3 women behind the counter at the clinic, and all 3 had to look at my beautiful purse. Aw, Brenda. That's awesome. I'm so happy to hear that. All right, I'm sewing this right sides together. This is different than the pattern. She has cotton binding, and the way she puts it on is a little bit different. So just do, you know, whichever way works for you. There's multiple ways to do binding. I just cut it right there by accident. Okay. Okay, I'm just marking my other side. Here we go. I like to put my seam down at the bottom. Everybody's different with where they like to put it, so you do you. I'm going to put my seam down at the bottom. Go up to the top. I've got my center marked there. I can see it. So I get this on even. Come on, baby. Oh my gosh, where's my mark? Right there. Dottie, this is all from this fold over elastic is my website. This color is called Caramel. It matches the caramel thread that I am sewing with right now. It's called 1 inch fold over elastic. SiahSwag. There you go. Thanks for linking that, Sarah. Aw, thanks, Dottie. Hi, Diane. Well, welcome. How exciting. You're cute. All right. All on the first side. We're going to sew that on. Camera 2. Let's do it. Thank you, Natalie. Man, Sarah and Natalie are rocking it with the links today. Thank you, guys. You guys are so awesome. Hi, JC. Perfect tutorial for me today. Thank you. Just started sewing today after a 4-month break. Christmas makes... Yeah, Christmas burns you out. I get that. I just have stopped making stuff for Christmas because of that reason. People get enough of the stuff I make year-round. I don't need to make it extra for Christmas. I get that. Diane, the hearts are all out of stock, but when they come back in, you should totally order them. They are super fun. It makes such a great lining. Okay, one side done. Looks good. I caught it all. It's all beautiful. All right, so we're going to go to the other side. So before we attach it, we need to put on our connector. Where is it? There it is. This connector to this side. All right. Let me make sure I'm doing it the correct direction. So like that and like that. Yep, right above this seam right here, okay? I'm gonna baste that connector on. Okay, now we're going to add the other side. Let's do it. Hi, Lynette. All right, let's clippity clip. Too many things, too many things. All right, there we go. Oh yeah, I'm good. My seam does not butt up next to my connector. We are good to go. I was pretty sure I had it over enough. Am I doing this right? Yes. Is the Jasper the size of the Mav Pack? Yes. Without, I widened mine. So yeah, the Jasper is pretty comparable to the size of the original Mav Pack. Yes. Do you have a favorite crossbody bag? I have a favorite, I don't know if it's considered a crossbody bag. Maybe it is. The, guys, why can't I think of the name? The Louis. The Louis waist bag. I wear it as a crossbody, and it's probably my favorite one. I wear it a lot. I want to make a new one for my trip coming up, actually. So we'll see if I get that done. Yeah, the Louis. It's always a winner. It's the perfect size for me, for my phone and keys and a couple extra things. It's my favorite. Hi, Wendy. Ooh, I like this enlarged, guys. I really like it. All right, let's fit in these corners. Do I need to do clips? Maybe just a couple. What size, Louis? The small one's my favorite. The medium and the small are my two favorites. And I have modified that one a little bit too and made the gusset just a little bit different. You can do it either way. The way she has it in the pattern looks very similar to the Lululemon waist bag that was so popular. But you could modify it just to one even gusset where it's the same width all the way around to make it a little easier if you wanted to. Either way works. But yeah, the small one's my favorite. I have quite a few videos on it too. But I think I'm going to make myself a leopard print one for the summer. Yep. It's calling my name. Bye, Tony. Happy Easter. I need to go order groceries for the weekend too. And wine, I guess. Oh, did I put that in the right spot? Yes, I did. Okay. I wasn't paying attention to my zipper pocket. We're good. It's correct. Bye, Orla. See ya. Beautiful. All right. Get everything out of my way here. Let's do it. Camera 2. Okay, this side's just a little bit, you know, you got to squish it more. I haven't checked my bobbin. I started with a full one, so we'll see if I can do the whole bag with one. Let me know if I'm sewing with nothing. You guys will catch it before I do, probably. Sherry sewing up Lynn's fab sling for my mama before I head to Vegas to see her. Oh, I bet she'll love that. Kids must be here. Almost there, guys. And then all we gotta do is the binding. And then we're gonna turn and burn. Yay! All right. Beautiful. Love it. Check. It looks good. Feels good. All right, here we go. Let's bind this last side. I don't know if this binding, I think it'll be good. Trying to watch and tidy my house at the same time. I just found all my dishes in my son's gaming room. Yep, been there, Natalie. I've got kids coming down. Hi, bud.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
How was school?
Good.
Yeah, you had a good day?
Yeah.
Okay, come give me a kiss before you leave, okay?
I got to meet the new band director for Legend. So.
You did. I'm on a live, just FYI. Did she come to the school?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? That's awesome.
Oh, for her.
What'd you think?
Of what?
Of her.
Oh, yeah, she's cool.
Yeah? She's cool?
Uh-huh.
Well, that's pretty cool. Did you just break a clip?
Yeah.
Yep.
Not my fault. It was on the floor, but...
I know, it's fine. It's okay. Throw it in the trash. I break clips all the time. What are you guys getting?
I don't know. I know Charles getting stuff.
Okay.
I just want to say hi to the doggos.
Oh, not me?
Oh, you too.
Oh, okay. All right. I love you.
I love you too.
All right. Bye-bye. Bye, baby. All right. Here we go. Your kids have school on Good Friday. Yep, we do. I don't know if it differs per state or I'm not sure. My daughter's gaming area is off of my sewing space. She loves it when I sew while she games. That's cute. Yeah, we had a full day of school here. Love the bobbin chicken game. I think I'm gonna make it. That means this is a 1 bobbin bag. If I make it, I only use 1 bobbin on this whole bag, which is very rare. All right. You ready? Last thing. And then after this, we're going to turn it. And then we'll attach our crossbody strap and we are done. Pretty quick sew. And I even added a pocket to it, so. Pretty awesome. I have found that I just need to use my hair dryer when I turn bags because it really makes it so much easier. So I'll probably heat this up before I turn it, just to save my hands the trouble. Hey, you're supposed to be sleeping, Katrina. Hey, Marcus. Marcus. All right. Marcus.
Yeah.
Don't forget to have Dad turn your little thing, your expander.
Oh.
Okay. I love you. Okay. Looks good. Both sides done. I'm going to get my hair dryer, heat it up, and we're going to turn it. I'm going to turn this bad boy. Now, don't judge my clothes. I am wearing very baggy sweats and a sweatshirt. I do not look cute at all today, and I am okay with that. Sometimes comfort is better than being cute. And today is one of those days where that is the time. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Yeah, this is pretty much just this is now my sewing room hairdryer. I got a new one for my bathroom, so it lives down here. Yep. Oh, you guys. Like, so much easier. Do you see how easy that was? I'm like, why didn't I just start doing that years and years ago? I don't know. People always told me to, and I'm like, I'll be fine. Ha 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 ha. All right. Here we go. You guys, it's so cute. All right. Oh, she's a cutie. She's a cutie. Just need to work out those curves. All right, look at that. Isn't that cute? All right, we just need to attach the strap. So just to show you, this is an inch added on. This is the pattern. And like she says, it's meant for men to travel, you know, light. So here's the original. And here's what the inch added on. So that gives you an idea. But, so inch added on and an inch taken off of this gusset. And I think my curves fit a little bit better this time. They are cute. What an adorable pattern. All right, so we're just going to put on the slider and we're done. All right, let's do it. They turned out so cute. I love them both. All right. So I'm going to put, where did it go? I have a tiny little tab. There it is. I have a tiny tab for my webbing. Thank you, guys. Isn't that zipper cute on it? Kind of ties in all the black too. It's a cute bag. I love this front pocket. Obsessed, as my friend Lily would say. Obsessed. All right. Here we go. So this is just a little cut of vinyl. It is 1.5 by 1 1/4. And I'm just going to encase this raw edge with it. Mandy, I was a tester for this awesome pattern and I use mine every day. Yay, that's awesome. It's super cute. You guys go grab this pattern. It is a fun one. And it's a pretty quick sew. Which, who doesn't love that? Okay. All right, so I'm going to go, oh, that's kind of off center. Just a minute. I don't like that. Redo. There we go. Okay. I'm going to go up and over my slider and get that on first. I know it's hard because I've got black hardware. And then I'm going to come through my connector here like that. Okay. And then I'm going to come up and over the middle bar of the slider. Thank you guys. All right, so I'm going to go farthest away first and then come up and down. Just like that. And then I'm going to sew these two middle ones together. And that's it. We're done after that. Okay, I can't switch to the other camera because it's almost dead. I forgot to plug it in. So we're just going to sew it right here. And then I will show you the finished product. The bobbin did make it, you guys. This is a 1 bobbin bag. How about that? 1 bobbin bag. What? I'm going to take it out and see what we are left with. Oops. Caught right there. All right, we are done. I got so much stuff on my floor. Hi, guys. All right. Guys, I look like a homeless person. I don't really want to stand up for you. So here it is. Yay! Look how adorable that is. It is a winner. It's a total winner. And my phone can fit completely in that pocket. And I've got a Big Daddy phone. And it fits completely. Oh, she's very cute, you guys. I'm just going to have to push out the corners a little bit more to get it to stay. But seriously, it fits a little bit more now. I wonder. Look. A water bottle. I might keep this one. I might keep this. This might be my trip bag along with my other everyday crossbody. Okay, well, that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a fabulous weekend. Happy Easter. I hope you enjoy spending time with family and friends. And thanks for watching. Hey, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. It really helps me out. I appreciate it. Let me know if you have any comments or questions. I will try to have all the links for everything we talked about in this video down below. And yeah, that's it. All right. Bye, everybody. Good night.